Did you know that you can cruise Manhattan Skyline for $4.50? I know it's hard to believe, but you could do it. And you can do that by taking an NYC Ferry. And as you can see from the map, there are plenty of different routes here that takes you all around Manhattan. So your trip starts by purchasing the tickets either at the dock where the ferry stops, or you can do it online, depending what you decide to do. You jump on the ferry and your cruise starts right away. We decided to take the ferry from Owl's Head Park in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, just because we knew where to park there. It's one thing about those ferries, as far as I know, there's no assigned parking lots. As soon as you get in the water, you got those beautiful views of Manhattan skyline during the day. And this is the Statue of Liberty right in front of us here. Wow, amazing. We're actually going to take 2 ferries today, so we're gonna switch to the Astoria line at Wall Street after grabbing a quick lunch. So by taking the Astoria line, we should cover the most part of the east side of the Manhattan, and we should get some beautiful views. We just arrived at Seaport, so the ship in front of us is actually a museum. We don't get to see it today because we're trying to basically, I want to give you a little spoiler towards the end of the video. We're going to try to capture the night view of Manhattan, so stick around. But we're going to explore some of those buildings, and this boat here in the distance, you see this sailboat is actually another way to cruise the harbor, and the one approaching from the right is a more modern one. So you know, Seaport is a very unique place when past meets the future, or the current, I guess. But it's kind of cool. Wow. There's certainly a lot of good places to eat here, and just different places as far as entertainment goes. So one side of those of this new building is actually it overlooks the Brooklyn Bridge, which you'll see in a second. Wow, beautiful! I can only imagine what it looks like at night. We just got on the ferry, and what you hear in the distance is the beer festival that's going on here on Pier 15. It looks like a lot of fun. People are definitely enjoying themselves, I can tell. What we see in front of us here is Brooklyn Bridge. It's funny, I've walked it years ago and I drove on it, but I've never passed it on a boat, so this is like a new experience. And you gotta tell, this is a very unique, beautifully built bridge. I mean, it's the design, the architecture. Wow. You have a different view of it from this angle. I definitely agree with the saying, you know, there's no other place like New York. I haven't been here in a while, so I definitely missed it. So it's a good, it's good to kind of get to see it again. And right in front of us here is Manhattan Bridge. That looks kind of similar in architecture to Brooklyn, but does have a little bit of differences here. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a train track running through the bridge too. Wow, I didn't know you can actually kayak around here. That's so cool. So you can actually kayak with the views of the skyline. I have to admit, I've never kayaked on the East River, but it seems like a lot of fun. I mean, that's something to try in the future. Maybe we'll put that on our list at some point. And what we see here straight ahead of us is the Williamsburg Bridge. It may not be as famous as Brooklyn Bridge in Manhattan, but it's got some cool architecture to it too. It's pretty interesting. I wonder what year it was built. If you guys know, please comment below. And here's another ferry approaching us here. It's like kind of similar to ours. That's what it looked like, in case you guys didn't get a chance to see it before. And here's a Domino old sugar factory here. So a very unique thing, they actually built the new building inside of the old building, so the outside look is the same. It's kind of cool. And I'm glad they preserved this old building. And here's the Empire State Building, built in 1931, and at the time was one of the tallest buildings in Manhattan. It has about 102 floors, and there's an observation deck on top. What a beautiful place. Wow, what a beautiful building, I meant to say. This interesting building on the left is the American Copper Building, and the one on the right, all the way behind it, is the Chrysler Building. Chrysler Building was built in 1930, and for about 11 months it actually held the title of one of the tallest ones in the world. The exterior of American Copper Building is clad copper, which naturally age and change color over time, so it's a very unique design. We just docked to one of the stops here. What we see here across is Long Island City. Wow, they've built up a lot of tall buildings actually. But what we're going to see here on the right in a second, or actually right in the center, is the famous, iconic Pepsi-Cola sign, which was built in 1936 because there used to be a Pepsi-Cola bottling plant there. So after they closed the plant in '99, they actually preserved the sign, which is great. I'm glad they preserved the history. In my opinion, that sign is a historic landmark. Well, we got to continue our trip. I hope you guys having fun. And right in front of us here is the Roosevelt Island. So there's a lot of stuff to entertain yourself here. And that's the one they actually have a tram going there. So if you want to take this tram with like some beautiful views, I mean, you can actually take it here to this Roosevelt Island. And what we see here in front of us is the Queensborough Bridge. And there's the tram, if you guys can see too well behind the trees over there. Must be a nice scenic ride. I wouldn't mind doing it. So maybe something for the future. And then, if you guys done it, please let me know and comment below. I'm very curious, what kind of experience you guys had. The weather is perfect today. It's around 80s. Turned out to be a nice day. I didn't expect it. I thought it was gonna be a little windy and a little colder, but no, it's actually very warm for October. And one thing I like about this boat, they actually go in a nice, steady pace, so you get to enjoy things and see them. This octagon-shaped building was built in 1848, and it served as the entrance to the lunatic asylum. Now it's part of the apartment complex. There's so much history in New York City. The more we explore the harbor, the more we learn. So the lighthouse we see there in the distance is a Blackwell Island Lighthouse located in the northern part of Roosevelt Island. It was built in 1872, and the local legend claims that it was built by a patient from a nearby asylum who was bribed to demolish the fort that was on the site. We are approaching the East 90th Street, so we're almost at the end of this, going this way. One thing we were told by the crew, there's one regulation. Based on the regulations, you have to disembark from the ferry before going back. Even though you're going back on the same boat, you still have to do that. So it's something you guys want to keep in mind. You just have to come out, get online again, and get in with everybody else trying to enter. And we're back on the boat. So it looks like the sun is coming down. We should be able to see some beautiful views of Manhattan, and that's the plan. I mean, it's going to take a little bit longer because we're starting our journey here, and there's still a good amount of light here. But I'm hopeful that by closer to like Wall Street area, we should get some more. I guess it should get a little more darker, and we get to see some beautiful nights. We start to see some lights on the bridge and the buildings over there, so that's a good sign. We're probably pretty close. Let's see if we can actually capture this beautiful view. That's the plan. Quick little tip: if you're planning you wanted to see the night lights off, the Skyline, time the sunsets to make sure that you're actually going to get to that area around the same time, because that gets a little tricky. But I think we started seeing it actually looks even more beautiful with the sunset in the background and the Skyline. Wow, this picture, it's just hard to describe, and that's something you have to see and experience for yourself. But we'll try to do the best to kind of show you in the video here. And another tip: so the $4.50 ticket is actually for one way. When you disembark and come back on the ship, you have to use the other ticket. So just make sure you have enough tickets for the other trip. But honestly, seeing this beautiful view, I mean, it's definitely worth it. And I know I've said that before, there's definitely no place like New York. I mean, especially when it comes, when the lights come on at night, it's one thing I missed about coming here. I'll be honest, I haven't been here in a while, like I was telling you in the beginning of the video. So I'm glad we actually decided to do this, because we live so close. But it's funny, like we don't go to New York as much, and maybe that's something we should change in the future. It's amazing to see, Brooklyn Bridge all lit up. Wow, beautiful. And that's we didn't get, we didn't get a chance to tell you about Manhattan Bridge, but it's lit a little differently than Brooklyn. So it's something else to kind of experience and see. The building that we see on the right is the Freedom Tower. It was built in the place where the World Trade Center, the Twin Towers, stood. 9/11 tragedy changed our lives forever. It's very hard to talk about it now. But we're approaching the Wall Street here again, and look how it's nice and it's lit up, you know, again, at night. Wow, beautiful and amazing. And I knew it was gonna be even more beautiful at night. There's something about Manhattan lights that I just love, just looking around and just seeing, you know, the skyline all lit up. It's a special feeling that like I said, everyone should experience. And just like when we start our trip, we're gonna transfer here to the Bay Ridge Brooklyn Ferry, and we're gonna head back. But we're probably gonna try to grab dinner here because we are getting hungry and it's been a long day. Believe it or not, it does take a little while. So one thing I would say about this trip, try to start it early. Oh, I guess looks like the beer festival is still happening. Wow. I wonder if it keeps going all night or at least early hours of the morning. Well, you know, like they say, the city never sleeps. Once the sun dips below the skyline, the entire borough of Manhattan comes to life. Everything's lit up and something magical happens when this occurs. It's very hard to describe, but seeing everything lit up, especially from the boat, it feels like you're enjoying an art piece. I mean, it's that beautiful, and you know, something you need to experience for yourself, at least in person, because the video can't really reflect how it actually is in the real life. But we're gonna be so we're back on the we just transferred over to the Brooklyn Ferry, and we're going back to Bay Ridge. So, and you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed this trip. I mean, we definitely enjoy this, and I would probably make it a point to do it a few times a year at least. In my opinion, Manhattan is a very unique place where history or historic architecture meets the modern design. And I mean by modern design, I mean all those newer buildings that were built recently. So there's no place like New York. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time.